Hello darlings, it's Max. I can't do a Max accent for shit. Like, Max has a British accent, and even though I'm British, I'm from the Midlands, so I do not have like a typical London posh accent, so sorry Max. But today I'm going to be doing a Max the Drag Queen drag transformation. She was on season 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and she was one of my favourite queens of the season. I was so sad to see her go quite early. I wanted her to go like the full way. She had so many iconic looks. I loved her to death. I can relate to her a lot because the first wig I've ever bought is this one, and it is grey. So just like Max, I only have one hair colour. Sorry about it, Michelle Visage. So yeah, no doubt this tutorial will be quite a long one because it's drag makeup. But yeah, if you want to know how to achieve this Max drag transformation makeup look, then be sure to keep on watching. Okay guys, so first things first, before we even start anything, I have a few things to say. Number one, I am severely ill. I have a really bad cold. I've had this for like 5 days now. I'm just constantly coughing, blowing my nose, trying to breathe. I'm like breathing out of one nostril, so sorry if my skin does look like it's broken out badly recently because it kind of has. My face is like extremely red as well. Sorry about it. Number two, there's like new intros on this channel. So the first one you've seen is probably the yellow one. There's also a blue one, so for now I only have like 2 intros, but the first intro you've seen today, which is the yellow one, is what I've edited and made myself, same with the blue one. But the little drawing that you saw was by my friend Ayan, but she's Art of Queens on Instagram. I'll put like her username here, and she drew me for my birthday the other day, so thank you Ayan if you're watching this. I do really appreciate like fan art and like digital drawings. Like, I'm such a huge fan of art. But yeah, so I've used her artwork in my intro, and the second intro that you guys will see soon, I'll like tell you the artist then when I've like posted the video of me with that new intro. And so yeah, that's really all I needed to talk about today. But first things first, today we're going to glue down my eyebrows. I am doing a Max drag transformation look, and Max's eyebrows are actually his real eyebrows, but my eyebrows are shaped very differently. I think mine are much more higher arched, and also Max's eyebrows are like very thick. So Max doesn't normally glue down his eyebrows. I just thought I'd say that. Also, sorry if I sound like I've got a really bad cold. Like, I do not sound good with a cold. I'm not one of those people that sound sexy. But yeah, I think Max does use his original eyebrows. I would do that, but I just feel like mine are so much more like higher up than his, and I like want to get the eyebrows right. But I mean, if you are recreating this look, then obviously do what you want to do with your eyebrows. I just feel like it'd be more easier and more confident for me to just glue down my eyebrows and just draw in a new pair. So today I'm using Tesco's purple glue stick, because in England we don't get Elmer's glue stick in purple, so this is the closest thing by Tesco. I just recently got into the whole purple glue stick trend because before I was using a clear one, and I feel like with the clear one it's not as good as the purple one, because the purple one you can actually see where you're putting it down as opposed to using a clear one. I'm not going to film all of this, I will film parts, but for me I usually do about 3 layers of glue. Also, fun fact, this is why I never really glue down my eyebrows that often, because it's never that good. But I found out that the reason why my eyebrows do not glue down that well is because I trim the front of my eyebrow hairs. So basically, if you trim your eyebrow hairs, it's harder to glue down, because basically it's best to grow your eyebrows out as opposed to trim them down with scissors like I do, because it makes the hairs stiff at the top, which when you glue it down it's very visible. So sorry if that happens today, sorry if my eyebrows aren't glued down enough, but I did glue it down the other day using this glue stick and it did look pretty good. So yeah, if you are someone that does grow out your eyebrows and you don't get them cut or like trimmed or anything, that's fine. If you do, it's going to be a lot more difficult for you, just like it will be for me. I'll probably film myself like putting down one layer and then I'll come back and show you the end. But what you'll need is what you'll need is actually a spare toothbrush. This is just a spare one in my house, nobody uses it. It's in my like makeup brush set now. So yeah, I'm just going to put the first layer of glue on. Okay, so now you're going to want to take your toothbrush and use the bristle side to brush the hairs upwards towards your forehead. And then what I do is I use the flat end of this toothbrush just to sort of push it against the skin and to flatten my eyebrows even more. Okay, so you wait for every layer to dry and then you come back and do another layer. I do around 2 to 3, depending on how easy my brows are sticking down. But yeah, that's one eyebrow, so I'm going to do them both, and I'll come back once the glue has dried and I've done the 3 layers. See you guys soon. Okay, so now you're going to want to take a makeup wipe, and you're going to want to wipe off the excess glue that's like around the eyebrow, or else the makeup's just going to look messed up. Okay, so next we're going to take this Coty Airspun loose face powder, and we're just going to set it onto the brows to cancel out any of the colours underneath before we put the foundation on top. This isn't going to fully cover the eyebrow, but it will do a lot of the work for when we put the foundation on top. Okay, so before foundation, I'm just going to prime my skin using the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base Primer. Obviously try to avoid your eyebrows when you're putting this on your face, so yeah, I'm just going to prime my face. Okay, so for foundations here, I'm going to be using some light foundations because Max, the drag queen, is very pale. She's very like cool toned. So today I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Matte Foundation. This is like my perfect skin tone. But I'm going to be mixing it in with a little bit of MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. In NC20, this one is a little bit pale for me, but mixing them together will give me like the pale skin tone that actually matches me a little bit, if that makes sense. So today I'm going to be using my Real Techniques stippling brush to apply this with. But basically what you need to do is you need to not like apply it to the brows yet. The only foundation that I use on the eyebrows when they're glued down is the Kryolan TV Paint Sticks, because when you use liquid foundation it just tends to take off the glue because it's liquid. So when you do foundation over brow cover, you need like a cream foundation, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just going to do my foundation and I'm going to come back and do my brow cover with these Kryolan TV Paint Sticks. Okay, so now that foundation is all done, I'm just going to take my Kryolan TV Paint Stick in the shade 070. This is basically white, and basically Max is very pale, so this is going to be very good on my skin tone. I'm also going to use this product to highlight with later, but for now I'm just going to do the brows with this. So I'm just going to take this through the eyebrows and blend it out using my beauty blender. Okay, so I look crazy right now, but we're going to fix things with powder and also by contouring on top. So next I'm just going to do my contouring with the Kryolan TV Paint Stick in 5W. We're just going to lightly apply this because Max doesn't have like a very strong contour, it's very natural. So yeah, I'm just going to contour my face, like forehead, cheekbones, the nose a little bit, chin, you know, just about everywhere, but also very lightly, so yeah. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my damp black beauty blender to blend all this out. And now I'm going to highlight my cheeks more with the Kryolan TV Paint Stick in 070, the white one. Just like that, on these areas. And then we're just going to blend it out. Wow, I look crazy in the viewfinder. Okay, so now we're just going to set the entire face using my Coty Airspun loose powder. This is going to bring a lot more colour back to my face because this does have like a light tint of like skin tone, if that makes sense. Like it's not just pure white, like see-through powder, so yeah. I'm just going to use my powder puff to apply this with. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to the nose contour because I've just realised that I forgot to do it with like my foundation. Like I was supposed to cream contour my nose before I set my entire face, but it's fine, I can do it on top of the powder. I'm willing to risk that. Max's nose contour is not like harsh, but it's like the highlight on the bridge of the nose, like not the shimmer highlight, but like the actual foundation highlight is very bright and like the contour is kind of subtle. I think I'm going to do that with the powder. So I think for my nose highlight, I'm just going to take this small little lip brush and I'm going to take my Mehron Celebre Highlight and Contour Cream Palette, the brightest shade in the corner. Sorry, this palette is always a mess. So I have the light shade on my brush and I'm just going to go in on my nose. Okay, so I'm kind of happy with that, but I'm just going to do the tip of the nose now. I think I'm going to do the contouring of the nose with like actual powder because my face already has powder on it, so I don't want to like mess it up with any dark browns. So I'm just going to set my nose with the excess powder left on my powder puff. And just go over the top of it like so. Okay, so next I just think I'm actually going to contour the nose now because I just want to get the nose out of the way because I should have like done that ages ago. And I'm so stupid because I literally told myself before I did this look, I was like, oh my god, remember you've got to like do the nose. Then I totally forgot, so yay me. So I'm just going to take this flat shader brush to contour my nose with the shade Somber out of the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. This is a very cool tone brown shade, so this is going to be perfect. Like I said, I'm just going to go in there lightly and slowly build up the nose with this. Okay, so next we're just going to contour the rest of the face using the shade Somber from the bottom of the contour palette. I'm just going to be dipping the brush in ever so slightly and tapping off the product. And yeah, I'm just going to contour the rest of the face with this. Okay, so next I'm going to do eyes, so I'm going to do one eye and brow off camera and then come back and do the other eye on camera for you, so see you in a second. Okay, so welcome back. I've done one eye off camera. What do we think? Okay, so for today I'm using this eyeshadow palette. It's the Morphe 35B palette, but the first shade we're going to be taking is this green shade in the Morphe palette, and this shade goes on the inner corner of the eye, so today I'm going to be using my Eco Tools, a flat eye shading brush. I'm just going to pack on the product and then go on my inner corner. Also, sorry my crease looks so messed up. It's because of like all the powder and stuff in my eye. So yeah, you're just going to want to pack this on in the inner corner, blending it out towards the outer corner. So that's the green on the lid. I'm going to take it a little bit towards the outer corner so it can blend in with the black. So next for black eyeshadow, I'm taking the Real Techniques base shadow brush. I'm going to use the black in the Morphe palette first. And Max's eyes are like sort of cat winged out with this black shadow. So I'm just going to sort of map out where it would go. Just take it up here. And don't worry, we'll like blend this out, so if it looks a little bit harsh now, don't worry. Okay, so what I do now is I take a Real Techniques, which brush is this? The Deluxe Crease brush, and I'm just going to use this to blend out the black shadow so it's like seamlessly blended. Okay, so now to intensify the black shadow even more, I'm using the NYX Smokey Palette. I'm going to be using the black in this palette. Now this one is super pigmented, so I'm just going to be like kind of careful with this. Like, literally that was like the lightest press into the palette. Just sort of like packing it, blending it. Okay, so next I'm going to use onto my bottom lash line. I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be using the shade Buon Fresco, if that's how you pronounce it, Buon Fresco. It's sort of like this light pinky nude shade. It's pretty cute. I do like this shade. I actually use it a lot in my everyday looks. And I'm going to use my Morphe M151 shader brush. I'm just going to take this on the bottom of my lash line. Trying really hard to close my mouth, but I can't help it. So next I'm just going to take my NYX liquid liner. This is in vinyl, I believe. It's just black. I'm obsessed with NYX liners at the moment. So I'm just going to do this on my lash line. I'm not going to take it out as like a cat wing. It's only on the lash line. By the way, I'm doing lashes last, but for now I'm just going to curl my lashes. And I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Extra Black Mascara. Okay, so next moving on to brows. Today I'm going to be using a NYX Tame and Frame brow pomade. I'm using two NYX shades. So this first shade, which is the lighter shade that I used to first draw on the eyebrow, this one's in the shade Blonde. I actually bought this myself because I thought with blonde eyebrows it might look good. Basically it's light brown, so I was totally wrong there. And this next shade, which is a lot more darker, this one is in the shade Brunette. So today I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques eyeliner brush and I'm going to dip into Blonde first. Max's eyebrows are very short. Well, not super short, but compared to my eyebrows, short. So yeah, I'm just going to draw on the eyebrow and I'm going to probably start from the top to arch it and then do the bottom. We'll see. You'll see on camera. So next I'm just going to take the shade in Brunette now and just darken it a lot more towards the outer corner and maybe just a little bit underneath the brow as well. Okay, so my next part, this is my favourite part. This is the Kat Von D ink liner in Hemingway. It's like a brown eyeliner. And this is like a felt tip pen as well, which is so helpful because I use this for my fake brow hairs on the brows when I do drag. So yeah, I'm just going to give this a good shake and then I'm going to draw on some fake eyebrows. Max doesn't usually do this, but I feel like because Max normally uses his real eyebrows as like his drag eyebrows, I want to give that element of like having eyebrow hairs instead of just flat like brow, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just going to draw this on now. Okay, so next to clean up the underneath of the brow so it's more sharp, I'm just going to be using the NYX eyeshadow base. It's just pure white. And then I'm going to take this flat brush, I think it's like a synthetic lip brush or something, and just go underneath the brow to highlight it. Okay, so to set down the brow highlight, I'm going to be using the NYX Smokey Palette again and just using the white in this palette. Just because this palette is super pigmented, so I'm just going to be using that shade. Okay, so while I'm here, because I'm eager, Max always has his like fake mole here, and I've looked into it and it's a black sequin mole. So I had some spare sequins back from when I did my look for my Brook Candy like full face of glitter look, and I have this really small, I don't even think you guys can really see it that well, this really small clear gem, because they're all clear gems. And basically what I did was I covered it in black liquid to matte lipstick, the Kylie Cosmetics one, and I'm just gonna glue this to my face using eyelash glue. And he has it at the top of his cheek just about here. Okay, so today I'm just gonna be using Eylure Lash glue. Okay, so now I'm just going to put the fake mole on top. So I'm going to zoom you guys out now and I'm going to do lashes because Max doesn't wear like a very heavy drag lash, which is ironic because I bought loads of drag lashes. So I think I'm just going to get like my sort of like everyday glam lashes out and just like sort of cut them and trim them because he doesn't have a lot of lash going on the inner corner, it's more like on the outer corner. So yeah, I'm going to be back in just a second, then I'm going to do my lashes. Okay, so I said I was going to trim the inner corner of the lash, but these lashes that I have here, I believe that these ones are Eylure ones. I do not remember what Eylure lashes that they are because when I moved house I took them all out of the boxes and put them in a clear container, so I have no idea which ones these are. But the inner corner of the lash is very like normal looking anyway, it's nothing like dramatic, so it'll look fine on the eye. I'm holding that the wrong way. So yeah, I'm just going to glue on these ones. I cannot guarantee I'm going to get this on camera that well. Okay, so next we're just going to move on to lips. Okay, so for today's lips for Max, I'm going to be using the Rimmel London 011 Spice Lip Liner. I use this in like every single lip look. And for the lipstick, I'm going to be using Kylie Cosmetics Matte Liquid Lipstick in Leo. And Max has like gorgeous big lips, so like I'm ready to draw these on because I'm so excited. Okay, so basically the entire look is now complete. So all I have left to do is literally put on a wig and contour some boobs and put on my outfit. I think I'm going to quickly show you how I contour some boobs on. So, 1 second. Stripping on camera. Okay, hello boy chest. What I use to contour on some boobs is the Mehron Celebre Highlight+Contour palette. And I use this mini foundation brush and I think I use this shade in the top left corner. Okay, now you guys can't see my face, but you'll just see how I contour on some boobs. So here we go. Okay, so that's basically how you contour on a fake pair of tits. But like I said, I mean the bottom of it like isn't good, but at the same time I'm wearing a black fur jacket for this look and I'll have it open, but obviously it'll cover my nipples, so it doesn't matter about that. But yeah, that's how I contour on some boobs. Yes. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna get changed, I'm gonna get into my wig, I'm gonna get into the whole look, so yeah, I'll be back in just a moment. Okay guys, so I'm back and this is the finished look. The wig I'm wearing is Webster Wigs Lacefront Wigs and mine is in the style Amy, I believe, in steel grey. I want to say thank you so much for watching this makeup transformation. I know it was probably a long one, but like I said, drag is not a 2-minute job, it is like a 2-hour job, to be honest. Probably even longer. So yeah, if you want any more drag transformations on this channel, be sure to subscribe down below for more. I've got one season 9 girl that I'm thinking of doing next, and I'm not going to say who it is, I want it to be a surprise. But if you want any more drag transformations, be sure to comment some down below of any of your favourite queens in the past. Give me some recommendations and I'll try my best. I know it is quite hard because I only have one wig for now, like wigs are not cheap. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe down below for more makeup related content in the future. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye!